Hey guys, Paul from Green Dragon Hydroponics. Here today to show you some of the plants that we're going to be working with in our space. Zoom you in real quick. I got about 20 pepper plants going right now that about 3 weeks from seed. They're doing pretty well. Have two different varieties. The first is a Chinese 5-color pepper. I grew these out last year, and I'm seeing a similar thing here, that they don't grow so consistent, that each seed, each plant is kind of does its own thing. It just seems maybe inherent in the plant that it's a little bit unstable as far as growth. They are pretty impressive as far as the vibrant colors that come out in the peppers, as well as the leaves here. You see there's already shades of purple coming out. They're really stocky, kind of bushy plants with small lantern shaped peppers that are pretty interesting and pretty flavorful. As far as them being from China, I still don't know. I tried to do a little bit of research whether they're even used in traditional Chinese cooking. I definitely know that there's a cultural element to the number 5, and whether or not it's 5 elements or 5 masters, that it could be linked to that as far as respect to the culture. But let me know if you know anything about them or use them in cooking. The other pepper plant that I have is these are ahi charapita peppers from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and these ones I'm kind of interested to grow out. They supposedly have a pretty strong citrus flavor, as well as a similar heat to a cayenne that is definitely used in traditional Peruvian cooking. It's well known in the region, and kind of specific to Peru. Plants are kind of hard to get and aren't used much outside of Peru, so we'll see how well they do. They grow kind of small berry sized peppers that yeah, hopefully it will be as good as I hear. So as far as propagation of the plants, I've used a pretty standard 10 by 20 humidity dome with a 18 watt Sunblaster T5. I did use a heat mat that I put a piece of cardboard in between after roots started developing, so that the roots don't burn, and also kept about a 1/4 inch of water in the bottom, just to provide the excess humidity that plants at this stage need. I haven't given them any food, just plain water so far, and you could tell they're starting to stretch a little bit. So I think it's about time to give them some mild compost tea or something like that. Aside from water, the only thing that I've added into here is these CO2 pads from GreenPad. They were given to me by the company to try out, and I can say that I do see a difference. Generally, CO2 supplementation is used in the peak vegetative or blooming phases, but you could definitely tell in the past week or so that they have ramped up the growth. Generally, CO2 will help with overall metabolism and photosynthesis of the plant, so everything becomes more increased. You see stronger plants, more production, stronger blooming, stronger flowers. So in seedling, I'd assume that you're going to see a similar result. It's just there hasn't been a standard for using CO2 in seedlings because it's such a small space. These pads are seeming to work pretty well. So on the next episode, we're going to go over the lighting layout again for the bloom area, and hopefully move these plants into the space under the 4-foot T5 and get them in some soil and mild nutrient solution. So if you like the episode, definitely hit the subscribe button. Check us out on Facebook, or our website is greendragonhydroponics.com. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you on the next one.